Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun video, we are back in downtown Burlington, and I decided to take you all on a walking tour. Now I'm going to walk around a couple of the blocks and tell you what I know about it. Now keep in mind there is several vacant buildings in the area, so we will just kind of gloss over those, and I'm just going to show you the buildings that have some significance to me and nostalgic memory for me. But really cool. This is also where the historic renovated depot is that we done in an earlier video, where it's a hub of activities for the city and everything. But we're going to start here at the sign, Burlington Downtown Historic District, and a nice metal sculpture here of a cow. But what I'm going to do is turn the camera around and we will get started, and we will walk towards the depot and then continue on from there. Again, with me just narrating the things that I know about the area. I've been here a lot and it just has so many fond memories for me. One thing to keep in note throughout this video is that this is very early morning. I decided to do this before the hustle and bustle started. So I wanted to get out here before the streets were crowded and there were people out. The restaurants aren't even opened. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. So let's turn the camera around, get our steps in, and begin the tour. And I just checked my watch. It's not even 8:30 in the morning, but there you see one of the buildings that's been vacant for years, and I'm sure it's family owned. But it has some unique stuff in it that's really kind of eye-catching. I don't know if it's showing up on camera or not. But we will continue on. Again, the depot ends Main Street right here. But we will continue, and I'll showcase some of the buildings here that I have memories of. And here is Persnickety Used Bookstore. It is a massive store full of new and used books and also other things. The former mayor of Burlington, North Carolina, owns this building, or owns the store rather. So really cool. Here is a photography place, Sarah Ann Photography, been here for years. Here we have the Christmas cheer location. And again, when the city does events, they usually close this block off and they will set up food trucks and activities here in this parking lot. They'll rope it off where can't nobody park in it and just let people have activities there. Lau Vintage Instrument Company. Now, I've never done nothing with Lau, but they have some beautiful artistic guitars here hanging on the wall that have always captured my mind and imagination. They kind of look like instruments that people in bedrock would use, you know, in the Flintstones. But this is just another one of those buildings that have been here for years, as well as the business. And here we have Main Street Vinyl. This is a vintage record and vinyl store. They are, of course, currently closed because it's early in the morning. But we specialize in buying, selling, and trading any and all vinyl records. So really cool. The woman's thrift store here, it's opened only a few days a week, and it's ran by a dedicated group of women. And there is also stuff for men in there, as well as toys and a lot of DVDs and just things like that. There we see the truck with the pirate flag on it. I can only imagine who drives that. But we will continue to the corner here and go to the historic depot and turn around and go this way. And here we are at the historic depot. Again, we done a video on this location earlier in the year, so I'm not going to focus on it, but I am going to turn around and show you guys where we just came from. Now, we started down there at that tree and came up the sidewalk here and just crossed the street. But as you can see, Main Street does indeed dead end here at the depot, and a lot of longtime residents and people who have lived here for years and years have always said that when the depot was moved from its original location to cut off Main Street, that all the businesses in Burlington, downtown Burlington, actually dried up and went away. But there's still several things to do here and several businesses here. Here you see the Burlington Beer Works. This is local craft brews and everything. They have an upstairs area, and I think they have rooftop dining. I've never eaten here, but I've always heard good things from them. So really cool. We have Smitty's ice cream here. They have delicious ice cream. I believe it's homemade as well, and the signage is just so vintage. And then we have the mini, Dingo, which is a brew pub offering a variety of brews on tap and in cans. But really cool. And I want to get closer to this because I want to call that location out specifically for a very fond memory before it became the Mini Dingo. But we will continue on. Continuing on, we are now at Valerio's Italian restaurant, and they have an amazing lunch buffet, and I've also ate supper here before, but very good food. The pizza is very flavorful. It's not one of those pizzas that is overran with sauce. It's just got the bare minimum of sauce and makes the pizza taste outstanding. But really cool and well worth a visit. Now we are here in front of the Mini Dingo, and I have a very fond memory and several fond memories here. This, before the pandemic, was the local makerspace. Of course, everything that happened, the makerspace unfortunately had to close down due to the nature of a lot of hands-on stuff. And of course, back then that was a no-no during the pandemic to be hands-on with a lot of stuff. But there was CNC machines in here, there was laser engravers, there was a full workshop in the downstairs basement, which was Burlington's actual first barbershop that had a tiled floor on it. I was a member of the makerspace. It was called Steam Junction. The owner used to bring in a glass blower, and we would do glass blowing out here on the patio, and it had the side entrance there. It was just an amazing place, and I got to meet several people here. I got to meet the governor's wife in this building, and also the governor of North Carolina himself visited one time when I was unfortunately away from the area, but he came here. So a lot of fond memories right here at 111 Front Street where the old makerspace used to be. But really cool. And we will actually go to the crosswalk and cross the street to the heart of downtown. Now we are on the patio I just mentioned, and again, the Mini Dingo, as well as the old makerspace that used to be here, shares this patio and leisure area with the Blend Coffee Place. But I want to have special attention on the heart of downtown. This is a metal sculpture reminiscent of that bridge in France where people who are in love will put locks on it. You can get locks custom made, or I can see people have brought their own vintage locks on here. So it's really cool. They even have an official Instagram page for this structure here to where you can watch it grow and people just put their locks on it to symbolize their love. You can see here engraved locks available at Owl and Rabbit Gallery. Of course, you can always bring your own, and it was donated by Beechwood Metal Works. So really cool. And I like that even some of the locks have actual pictures on it. But really amazing, and just a great place to have a little leisurely sit. And they used to have hammocks out here. Again, that was pre-pandemic, so I don't know if they are there no more. You can see the stands, and there is a gate to where you can get to that back parking lot again, where when the city has events, you don't have to walk all the way around. You can cut through and go right to where all the activities are. But now we will focus on this right here, and this, and the sun's finally fully coming up, is the Paramount Theater. Now, I have been to a lot of things here. I've seen the Embers Beach Band for the very first time at this location. I also seen the Tams there, and it's a full theater. It has a stage, it has seatings. I think it can seat around 300 people, and they are going to expand. They are going to be adding areas over here. A building was just demolished over here, and it's just grass now, but they will be adding and expanding the Paramount Theater. But a great place to come. It's air conditioned, it's heated, it has the stage, it has a backstage area, it has a lobby to mingle in during intermission, and nice clean facilities, and really worth the ticket price if you come here. And again, there is the street we just crossed. Again, there's the full shot of Valerio's Italian restaurant. But we will continue on, and there's signs pointing the way everywhere. And we will continue on down to the corner. Down here at the crosswalk now, but now you see what I was talking about, future expansion of the Paramount Theater there on the side of the building. And you can see it's going to be a nice major facility once everything is added and accomplished, and that's going to be built here in this grassy area. This used to be an old florist with the refrigerators for live flowers and all in it, so that's really cool. But we will turn around and we're going to go this way. But I do want to talk about May Memorial Library. Now, before we ever had a computer in the house and a printer, and I was just learning how to use the scroll saw and do stuff with it, they have a fax machine and scanner here. So I was here all the time checking out and renting the very first woodworking books I ever studied and got them. I was a member here for years. I'm not a member now. I'm sure my library card is probably non-existent at this point. I could easily go in and re-register, but now in the digital age, I do still value what a library is and what it can offer, but it is the whole block. It's a huge building. It starts down there on that corner. There is the main entrance there, and they will offer book sales throughout the year, but it stretches all the way here to this corner where the actual sign is. But we're going to continue across the street, and we will go down this way. We have crossed the street, and this is the other side of May Memorial Library. Again, it's a huge, massive complex. But continuing on our tour, here is Bella's House, Consignment Furniture and More, and it is a huge facility as well, offering vintage goods, you know, used furniture, new stuff, old stuff, just a variety of stuff, and it's well worth a visit just to walk around. I know they've added another level to it where you can go upstairs now, so it's a very big place. And we will continue down. Now, this area of Burlington I was very unfamiliar with growing up. Now, I did walk around a lot when the makerspace was here. Before they would open, I would get in early and I would walk around to, you know, get my steps in to stay somewhat healthy. But I do want to call attention over here, and that's where we will head. Just came across the street. We were previously standing right there about where that tree was, and I've crossed. But before continuing on, I want to talk about Wayne's Attic. It is a very nice store. It's an antique store. It has treasures and collectibles, and Mr. Wayne is just an amazing individual to talk to and has a lot of knowledge to offer. So really, really cool, and just one of those little hidden gems if you don't tour all of downtown Burlington that you might miss. You have a mural of people dancing here. But here is somewhere I want to especially shout out here. Now, I've never eaten here. My family's eaten here. I have yet to eat here. And this is the Burlington Food Hall. Now, again, before the pandemic, this was an organic food store. So you could come down here and get, you know, gluten-free stuff, you know, the organically grown stuff. And then it sat abandoned for about a year and then became the Burlington Food Hall. Now, what the food hall is like several food trucks parked in here permanently. They have their own kitchens and all, and you can see here a list of all the restaurants that they have. They have Go Burrito, which I think is the anchor kind of store here, the anchor restaurant. You have Crush Superfoods, Rapway Homestyle Mediterranean, Oshia Hibachi Grill, and the Armour's Hawaiian Food. Again, there's several restaurants here, and I have stopped in here before to just look around and see the menu, and it smells amazing in here. And you can see some of the chairs here. They have seating and everything, so you can get your food and dine in here. Again, I'm really looking forward to coming here one day and trying their food and everything. They do have an Instagram page as well where they showcase what they have, and they have changed out restaurants before. Once again, there is all of the stores here, and right next door to it is a restaurant I have never eaten at, or if I have, I was too young to ever eat here or have a memory of eating here, if that makes any sense. This is called Occasions, and it's kind of more of a high-end restaurant. They do cater, and I think they're more known for catering than for actually dining in. But we have reached the far side of downtown Burlington. There you see an historic church there, and we have come all the way around. What I'm going to do is actually go back up to the corner where May Memorial Library is and go down that side street and talk about things that way, and we will finally make our way back to the sign and wrap up the video. And we have walked down the other side of May Memorial Library, and you may hear the train horn in the background. The Carolinian Amtrak just glided safely into the station to pick up passengers, and now it's departing on towards up the coast toward Washington. So real cool. Now, as you can see, there are some beautiful building facades here. So really, really cool. There we have Harbor House Seafood. I've never ate here, but my aunt and uncle have, and they said it is delicious. There goes the train whistle as it picks up speed. But we will cross the street here, looking both ways before we do cross. And again, I just love the look of some of these buildings. Coming up here, we have a sign that says Petra Burlington. Now, it just recently opened, so there's still some vendors coming in, but it's an amazing place to go. A friend of mine runs this store and owns it, so really, really cool. How you doing? And here we have Al and Rabbit. Earlier in the video, you guys seen the heart of downtown. And this is where it was made, or this is where the people who made it have their business, Al and Rabbit. And you see a little miniature diorama of the heart itself. And you can be an artisan vendor here. I've talked about being one down here before, but they primarily focus on metal sculptures, and you will see those peppered around town. But we will go on down toward LabCorp and then turn and finish up the tour. See a nice Burlington mural there. That one is not even a year old. And you have another leisurely place to sit. Again, there used to be a building there. Some of these buildings are just so dilapidated that they have to take them down. Here we have Rare Breed Tattoo. Nice tattoo parlor. And it's very recommended in the area if anybody was ever considering getting some ink. You see an old silo here. Not a silo, a chimney for an old mill here that's no longer there. But there you see LabCorp. LabCorp is the juggernaut of businesses in downtown Burlington, and it encompasses all of this. Now there's also people living in this. This is called the Burlington Hotel or the Alamance Hotel, and there is residents here, and you can see people coming and going throughout the day. But that is the mighty LabCorp. We are now going to cross the street again, and we will continue this way. Now, before crossing the street, again, I said some of these buildings are so old they have to be destroyed. Unfortunately, they cannot be saved, and that's what's happening here. Now, 2 weeks ago, there was a 2- or 3-story building here that encompassed all of this area, but you are seeing that they are doing the demo work here and cleaning up the rubbish and debris. The sounds of a city in the morning. And now we are back at the corner we started at over there. You see the cow and the historical placard. But I did want to show you guys this building while I'm in a position to show it to you all. And this is the Atlantic Bank and Trust Company. Now, once again, LabCorp is in this building entirely. And I believe this is the tallest building, or I guess you would call it a mini skyscraper, in downtown Burlington and in Alamance County in general. But we will continue on. Cross the street once more, and here we have Brothers Vintage Toys. They buy, sell, and trade toys, modern toys, collectible toys, vintage toys. You know, you can just about get anything here. Good people run this store, and I've picked up some great Hot Wheels cars here, and also traded some of my older toys that I no longer had nostalgia feel for or anything, but really, really cool. And I came all this way and came along the backside here to show you a restaurant that's a local staple here. And a long time ago, where this mural here is, it's just painted plywood to cover up the front of the building. This used to be the local Subway. Had many of the subs from there. But I had to show you guys Zach's Hot Dogs. Now, this is a local staple. It has been on the Travel Channel and the History Channel, I think. It's just a local staple. It's under new owners. The original owners sold it and have rebranded it, and they're opening other locations in the Alamance County area. And this is just a restaurant I do not go to. And that is because if you guys follow my news feeds and all, you guys know that I am a Skids person. I love the Skids 2 restaurant. I love the owners, I love the staff there. And it's not a knock against Zach's, it's just that I prefer skids and it's what I grew up on. We are now about to go this way, and once again there is the depot again. So we've kind of done a full circle around 3 blocks here, and I want to let you guys know that I've always felt safe in downtown Burlington because there is the local police station, and then right across from there is the fire department, and they always have cops and everything patrolling the area. And you see the train tracks there, that's why we could hear the train going by. And then the train station is over there across the street, which is Webb Avenue, and that is Company Shops train station. But let's head back to where we started and we will wrap up the video. And we are back where we started, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have liked this walking tour. Again, I just came out here to get my steps in early in the morning. I can now head back home and prepare the rest of my day, you know, get something good to eat and everything. But we have walked all the way around and we are back at the sign here. I hope you guys have liked this video. I hope you have found it informative. If you would like to see me do other areas of downtowns like this, I know downtown Graham's nearby me. I could go to downtown Mebane, which is near me, of course, with the Mebane train display and all. But just let me know down in the comments. I enjoy doing different content like this in a more freestyle and laid-back manner because it really shows off who I am and also shows the places and the businesses that have helped make me, to elevate me to where I am now on my journey in life. But really, really cool. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel and also follow me across all my social medias under the Artisan Pirate name. And remember, if I can make it or do it or go to it, so can you. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.